How did him and N.O.R.E have a fucking fallout? I thought everything was fam with him and N.O.R.E.
N.O.R.E don't give him N.O.R.E give him the plug. That's one of the main thing I know.
You said N.O.R.E was a gatekeeper?
No, he won't give him the plug.
Yeah, N.O.R.E a gatekeeper.
Yeah, the plug. Like
Yo,
Bleek,
and no.
Bleek, you don't let you get a big plug. You plug N.O.R.E. You don't give. And I ain't gonna front. Y'all get mad at me.
I give the plug.
But I know what the problem is with why y'all don't want to give him the plug. You ain't gonna say this. Because his name is so smart. His mouth is filthy.
Give him the plug.
He said, give him the plug. None of y'all can say N.O.R.E. Call, whatever your connects is.
Yo, he argued with the plug. He sat in front of the plug.
That's the problem.
Yo, he sat right in front of the plug and told the plug, damn, I'm putting this out to the world.
It's all right.
But he sat in front of the plug. He called the plug gay.
Nothing about this blow-up was random. And trust me, it wasn't happening in silence. This story lives in power plays, wounded egos, and one choice that quietly flipped everything behind closed doors. What people thought was just space between two well-known figures was actually pressure building until it finally snapped. When the truth came out, it showed just how quickly alliances fall apart, especially when access is questioned and control becomes the real battleground. This wasn't rumors, this was a boundary getting crossed, and once that line was stepped over, there was no undo button. At the heart of all this sit Dame Dash and N.O.R.E. And no, listen to this, it wasn't some harmless mix-up or bad timing. This was a head-on crash of personalities, authority, and one brutally honest moment that blew the door off everything. People like to pretend situations like this just fade away, but this one broke out loud and in public. And once you hear how it actually played out, the tension suddenly clicks. Someone close to the situation finally said what most people were too scared to admit. From what's been floating around, Dame Dash has always been brilliant, innovative, and ahead of the curve, but also incredibly difficult to navigate. The word that kept surfacing wasn't because, nobody debates that, it was rigidity.
It's tough to know and tough to deal with, and he's getting older, and when you get older, you get stuck in your ways. But I love him, I stick with him, and I wait. That's all I can say, I wait.
Like, I'm riding, don't matter, that's my
Bleek,
bro,
what you
man.
do with Jay? You can't see and tell me Jay never got you mad before. Oh,
just over decisions about music.
Yeah, you just know. You never really got mad. Okay.
I don't get in the middle of shit with them. I stay in my place.
No, I mean with you, Jay. No, I don't get in their business.
I can say I get mad at certain things that I might feel he overlooked and not paid attention to.
But personal shit, I'm like that with Dame. I don't get into none of that shit.
I don't like.
Oh, so okay, so you like me. I really don't get. And Bleek, I hope you know Dame fucks with me too. I'm being a good nigga who don't never say nothing to him, and he's trying to destroy me.
Yo,
nigga snapping on my crib, Bleek.
As Dame got older, he stayed firm, refused to pivot, and never mellowed out his delivery. And yeah, that energy didn't sit well with certain people in certain rooms. Now hold up, this is where things get a little tense, because this situation was never really about money beefs or loyalty drama like folks assumed. This wasn't two grown men arguing over credit or ego points. The real problem was access. The real problem was the plug and who had the authority to open that door, close it, and control the timing. From the outside looking in, it appeared Dame felt N.O.R.E wasn't sabotaging him outright, but was quietly regulating opportunities. And in an industry where connections are currency and introductions mean everything, that kind of control feels heavy. Dame reportedly believed he was being held at arm's length, not due to a lack of talent, but because personalities were clashing behind the scenes.
Hey, my rent surviving right now, and he ain't helping, which I don't need, but he's snapping on my crib.
Yo, David's
Yo, Bleek, I'm just trying to survive right now.
David's fucking.
He's snapping on my house right now. You live like that? How you live like that? You live with my man. Not one time the motherfucker say, yo, let me send you something and something. That's just what Dame is.
How did him and N.O.R.E have a fucking fallout? I thought everything was fam with him and N.O.R.E.
N.O.R.E don't give him N.O.R.E give him the plug. That's one of the main thing I know.
You said N.O.R.E was a gatekeeper?
No, he won't give him the plug.
Yeah, N.O.R.E a gatekeeper.
Yeah, the plug. Like
yo,
Bleek,
and no.
Bleek, you don't let you get a big plug. You plug N.O.R.E. You don't give.
On the other side of this, N.O.R.E didn't view himself as some gatekeeping villain clutching all the keys. From his angle, listen to this, it came down to chemistry and comfort. You don't just bring someone into high-pressure rooms if you already know the energy could detonate the second they walk in. And according to what's been floating around, N.O.R.E. didn't fully trust how Dame would move once those connections were made. That's the part nobody really wanted to say out loud. This wasn't a personal beef, this was business survival. And once that clicked, the entire situation shifted. Dame wasn't only upset about missed chances, he felt evaluated, pushed to the side, and low-key doubted by someone he thought was supposed to ride with him. What made it cut even deeper is that this plug wasn't some random industry middleman. This was a real power connection, the kind that can change your entire lane overnight. And when Dame realized that access wasn't coming, the resentment stacked up quickly. Not explosive at first, just heavy, like tension sitting in the room with nobody willing to break the silence.
And I ain't gonna front, y'all get mad at me.
I give the plug.
But I know what the problem is with why y'all don't want to give him the plug. You ain't gonna say this. Because Dame is so smart, his mouth is fucking filthy.
Give him the plug.
He said niggas don't give him the plug. None of y'all fucking say N.O.R.E, call, whatever your connects is.
Yo, he argued with the plug. He sat in front of the plug.
That's the problem.
Yo, he sat right in front of the plug and told the plug, damn, I'm putting this out to the world.
It's all right.
But he sat in front of the plug. He called the plug gay.
Yeah. We have nothing against gay people, y'all.
No,
I'm helping you. I'm a little older than you. We have nothing against gay people.
Listen.
The talk surrounding this situation keeps coming back to one core issue. Dame Dash doesn't know how to move small. He shows up with authority, confidence, and absolutely no filter. That energy works perfectly when you're building something from the ground up. But hold up, it rattles people when you step into rooms they already run. And that discomfort, fair or not, plays a major role in who gets plugged in and who gets left waiting. Meanwhile, N.O.R.E. has always branded himself as a balance guy. He wants calm energy in the room, not friction. And if he felt Dame's presence could disrupt that balance, even accidentally, he picked caution over loyalty. That single choice was enough to crack the foundation. This is where two egos clash without either person calling it ego. Dame felt entitled to access because of legacy and history. N.O.R.E. felt obligated to protect the relationships he spent years building. Neither side believed they were wrong, but both felt completely justified. And when the real truth finally surfaced, it wasn't loud arguments or crazy accusations. It was quiet honesty, the kind that stings deeper. Once the conversation about the plug hit daylight, there was no more pretending left.
Listen, homophobic, none of that runs in my system. Have family members.
Yeah.
On both sides, bro. On both sides, men and women.
And
so
it is what it is, yeah.
And I love them like regular family members. So he argued with the plug.
Okay, that's his beef, man.
So give you the plug.
He said, man, Bleek won't give he said, Bleek don't give the plug. Niggas don't give the plug. Cam, N.O.R.E. don't give. N.O.R.E. didn't give him the plug.
So that's why he mad at N.O.R.E. because N.O.R.E. didn't give him the plug.
N.O.R.E. didn't give him the plug. I think that's really the issue. He has not given him the plug, and Dame wanted the plug, and I guess Dame fucked away. And when we did that thing, that argued for 3 hours, he called me, yo, thanks, big face. Dame is human.
The tension finally got a label, and listen to this. Once it had a name, there was no ignoring it anymore. This situation was never about betrayal in the classic sense. It was about control, trust, and the uncomfortable truth that respect doesn't always come with access. And when those boundaries start to blur, relationships don't slowly drift, they split clean down the middle. Now that everything is in the open, it explains years of distance, slick comments, and that loud silence everyone noticed. None of this happened by accident. It was layered over time. One missed opportunity, one unanswered call, one quiet choice stacking on the next. And here's the wild part. Both sides probably feel played in their own way. Dame feels blocked, N feels justified, while the industry keeps moving forward without waiting on either of them. That's how fast things flip when the plug gets pulled and trust dries up. Momentum is currency in this business, and once you lose it, hold up. It doesn't slow down for anyone. That's the real risk here, because this wasn't just Dame Dash losing a connection. This was him losing timing, leverage, and position all at once.
He said, Dame is human. He said he's cool. So that's, I think, was to be the plug. You say you give the plug.
Yeah, I share the plug.
He said he don't want to get the plug, man.
He right next to the plug. He argue with the plug. He dissed the plug. They on the internet beefing. I don't think he even know it's the plug.
He everything. He compares everything to the plug. He compares everything to the drug.
Yeah, but I don't think he know.
He got the connect. He got the code, the keys. He won't give me the connect, man.
Yo, this game is crazy because him and the connect, who give it all the work away, boatloads of it, are on the internet beefing.
Yes, that's how Dave is.
Like,
crazy motherfucker. Bro.
He arguing with Pablo and out here looking for him?
Yeah.
In an industry that moves at warp speed, a little hesitation or internal friction can cost way more than most people ever see coming. This whole situation with Dame Dash, N.O.R.E., Bleek, and those so-called plugs is bigger than one uncomfortable moment gone wrong. It exposes how fast doors slam shut when relationships aren't handled with precision and care. 1 second, you're part of the conversation. Hold up. The next second, you're watching it play out from the sidelines. And once that switch flips, getting back inside is anything but easy. Let's be clear, though. This isn't about choosing sides or pointing fingers. This is about patterns, and patterns never lie. Dame Dash has always been bold, passionate, and fearless when it comes to his vision. Nobody can take that from him, period. He helped shape culture, carve out lanes, and open doors that didn't even exist before he showed up. But at the same time, Dame Dash carries a reputation that walks into every room with him. A reputation for coming in head first at the wrong people, at the wrong time, with the wrong delivery. That doesn't erase his legacy, but it does help explain why certain opportunities didn't stick the way they should have.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you.
It don't make no sense.
You can say it's not when you want to. You're going to say, oh, gee, you funny. I'm not arguing with the plug.
No.
What you need, Pablo?
Once I found out this certain somebody was Pablo, hey, dog, you need somebody whack? I got some Brooklyn niggas for you.
We stupid. Yeah, yo.
Anybody ever short you, call me.
Yeah, call you. Because that's what it's going to do. My main thing, I may be wrong, Dame wanted the plug, and he felt N.O.R.E. was revolt. He's there.
Oh, I don't got the revolt plug.
Well, I don't really, why don't you tell the world?
What Bleek laid out in that interview wasn't messy, and it definitely wasn't malicious. It didn't come off like an attack, and it didn't feel personal at all. It felt more like someone finally saying the quiet part out loud. The problem was never Dame's mind or his creativity. The issue was how he talks to and about people, especially when situations don't go his way. At a certain point, growth demands adjustment. That's not selling out, that's survival. And what Bleek was really highlighting is that Dame never made that pivot. He stayed locked into the same confrontational energy, even while the industry shifted around him. Back then, that raw approach worked. People respected it, and some even feared it. But today, hold up, relationships move on a different code. People prioritize discretion, balance, and controlled energy now. And when someone keeps bringing tension into spaces built for collaboration, folks don't argue. They quietly step back.
I thought the plug for the platform, the podcast, everything.
No,
I'm thinking the Revolt plug. Revolt ain't the podcast. They
but N.O.R.E.'s not Revolt, so they're feeling.
Yeah, they're the TV portion of the podcast plug, but they're not the plug. They're not the plug. See, he even looking at the wrong plug.
Well, you teaching me because you threw me because I'm thinking Revolt does all this.
No, man, you out your Revolt mind?
I thought Revolt did all this shit, yo. I mean, N.O.R.E. is big in Revolt. Cam is Revolt. N.O.R.E.'s Revolt.
But that's after.
One of the plugs that came up in all of this was Charlemagne. And that detail is a big deal. That's not some throwaway name or a minor connection. Charlemagne sits right in the middle of media power, cultural conversations, and visibility. Getting access there isn't just a flex, it's a real strategic weapon. But hold up, access like that comes with silent rules. It's not only about who you are, it's about how you move. If people feel like inviting you into their space could bring friction, controversy, or unnecessary tension, they pause. Not because they dismiss your history, but because they're protecting their present. And that's exactly where Dame's momentum started to slip. Not instantly, not all at once, but little by little. Every heated moment, every public statement, and every sharp jab added weight to doubts that were already there. What makes this whole situation complicated is that Dame isn't wrong across the board. He says things other people are afraid to say. He pushes back against systems that thrive on silence. That level of honesty can be powerful, but without strategy, it can also leave you isolated. Meanwhile, the industry doesn't wait for anyone. While one person is stuck dealing with conflict, someone else quietly slides into the open lane. That's how momentum really changes. It's not always about skill. It's about who keeps moving forward without lighting bridges on fire. Bleek's breakdown made one thing crystal clear. This wasn't about trying to disrespect Dame Dash. It was about recognizing that his approach hadn't kept pace with the times. And once growth stalls, access starts shrinking. People didn't suddenly lose respect for Dame. They just stopped wanting to manage the energy that followed him. That difference is important. Respect doesn't automatically turn into opportunity. And when plugs start stepping back, momentum disappears fast.
They got their platform launched and they got the following. Then Revolt came and said, you know what? Let me give you this bag because we want to put your show on my network.
So you got to put in the work first.
Yes, they don't launch pad you. Ain't no, yo, there is no launch pad.
So I'm going to hit you. Malik, you're putting the work in. This your money.
You fucking nigga.
Besides Duce.
Nigga. Duce ain't even give me a check.
No, I mean that they'll give it to you because, you know.
I just bought this bottle. Just for this show.
But you're not going to send me actually some bottles. You send me bottles out your pocket.
I needed it right now. I needed it right now. I can't wait for a messenger.
Okay.
We shoot.
Listen to this. Nobody's trying to see you stumble, but people avoid unnecessary drama in spaces built on smooth collaboration. This whole scenario proves that a legendary name alone doesn't automatically keep doors open. Every generation has its own unspoken rules, and ignoring them can quietly cost more than any public fight ever could. Dame Dash didn't vanish from relevance, but he did lose his flow. And in an environment where flow dictates everything, that pause hits louder than any headline or viral clip. Girl, Charlemagne isn't just another voice on the mic. He's a central node of influence in today's media landscape. He hosts The Breakfast Club, runs the Black Effect Network, and has iHeart backing, meaning his reach isn't confined to one platform or one audience. When someone like that talks, rooms pay attention, doors start swinging, and conversations shift instantly. So when Dame Dash went on The Breakfast Club and openly squared off with Charlemagne, this wasn't just a viral clip or a moment for clicks. That was a high-stakes public showdown unfolding in front of millions of eyes. And hold up, moments like that don't just vanish when the cameras stop rolling. Media insiders notice energy, especially when it's tense and charged. From a business perspective, that interaction landed with weight. Dame wasn't just defending himself, he was openly challenging someone who controls major media channels. And in today's landscape, that kind of confrontation can subtly shift how your name travels in rooms you're not even in.
I'm gonna tell you, yo, Face, we ain't got nobody, the messenger.
You thought I was still drinking alcohol?
Yeah, so I got the bottle for you. I thought we was gonna get lit.
We ain't doing that no more.
Nah, I respect that, and I love that about you, because you know there's a lot of people out here who deal with demons who can't shake them.
Nah, I'm not.
You know what I'm saying? So,
yo, Bleek. So,
but yeah, no, this is out.
Bleek said I'm working to get to the plug.
You see the room is red.
Yeah.
We in the red.
and Bleek, I feel kind of good, Bleek.
This is where people really miss how the game actually moves. New media isn't just about clicks, streams, or viral moments anymore. It's about the relationships behind the scenes that nobody talks about. Most major moves don't start with emails or contract. They start with conversations, trust, and comfort built over time. You can have talent, history, vision, and a powerful message. But if you're openly clashing with the wrong people, the phone stops ringing. Not because anyone is scared, but because nobody wants unnecessary friction attached to a deal. Losing a plug like Charlemagne isn't just losing a single interview slot. It can mean missing networks, partnerships, introductions, and stacked opportunities all at once. That's how influence works in today's media. It's layered and interconnected. What made this even trickier is that Dame never thought he was wrong. From his perspective, he was being honest, unfiltered, and straight up real. And that's always been Dame Dash's signature style. He doesn't water down his words. He doesn't soften the message. He doesn't backtrack. But truth without a strategy comes with consequences, especially in media spaces where diplomacy matters just as much as honesty. You don't have to agree with everyone, but how you clash decides how long doors stay open. Charlemagne, on the other hand, plays a long game. He knows optics, timing, and how words echo long after the moment. That's not being fake, it's being calculated.
I be getting mad. Like, I know Bleek, I know all major niggas, but Bleek said, nah, G, you gotta work your way up for Revolt. Say, let's do something.
Yes, I'm not even on Revolt. If they
I thought you was. You schooled me. N.O.R.E
I've
and
been
you
on
got something
Revolt
going.
twice.
You and N.O.R.E got something going.
You know how I've been on Revolt? Because I did Drink Champs and I did Cam Show. Cam was on my show.
I remember that.
That shit ain't Revolt nowhere. That shit just voting on the YouTube.
I agree.
That shit poll voting.
So Bleek is basically saying, no, you got the fuck Revolt, you got to get your weight up. Then
yeah, bro.
And when those two styles collide, someone almost always ends up losing access. This new media game rewards people who know when to be loud and when to move in silence. Being outspoken can build audience loyalty, but it can also put invisible barriers in boardrooms. And once those walls go up, breaking through isn't easy. The truth is, most major media moves never come from public debates. They come from private alignment. People want to know you won't bring chaos into their ecosystem. Fair or not, that's just how it works. So when Dame went at Charlemagne on that platform, it wasn't just pride or principle. It changed how some people might view potential collaborations. Not because Dame lacks value, but because people start thinking, is this worth the headache? That's how ceilings get built in media. Not because someone isn't talented, but because strained relationships stack up. And those ceilings don't always show until you notice opportunities drying up. Now, the big question everyone keeps circling back to is this: could Dame Dash rebuild those bridges if he wanted? Technically, yes, anything is possible with time, humility, and alignment, but it would need a different approach than what he's always run. Another question worth asking: does being outspoken still hit as it used to? Back then, raw honesty was rare and magnetic. Now everyone is loud, every platform is filled, and attention is everywhere. The advantage today comes from balance. Being loud doesn't mean reckless, and being quiet doesn't mean weak. The real winners switch gears depending on the room. Dame Dash's voice still carries, his legacy still matters, and his perspective still holds weight. But in today's partnership-driven media, how you move with other power players determines how far your message actually travels. This isn't about right or wrong. It's about understanding influence and how quickly a single moment can shift access without anyone ever saying it. Zoom out and it's clear this wasn't just one bad interview or one tense exchange blowing everything up. These were years of clashing personalities, creative energy, and misalignment, finally catching up all at once. Dame Dash didn't suddenly lose his influence or his voice, but the way the industry responds to him has clearly shifted. The media game now doesn't operate as it did back in the day. Back then, raw confrontation could move culture overnight. Now, power moves quietly, and relationships carry as much weight as talent. That doesn't mean Dame was wrong for speaking up, but it does show how the rules have shifted without anyone signing off.